the Doom. We're gonna do a brake pad replacement. I got the front and the back. The backs are a little bit smaller. Akebono. I'm gonna show you some of the tools I have to get the job done. Alright, right here has that long breaker bar in my pocket. Where is that? Have the little socket here. Jack stands, jack handle, ultra brake part lubricant. I forgot what this is called. Brake caliper tool set to push the brake calipers back in. And tool bag. Okay, so I haven't done this in a while, not since my 2016, no, not 2016, 08 Nissan Altima. And I like to remove the cap off there first so I don't forget. I don't take it all the way off, I just have it like a little bit cracked because you don't want nothing getting in this. Remember, this is your brakes. You don't want nothing preventing you from stopping when you need to. Especially me, because I like to drive on the highway a lot. So I cleaned off the top with the rag. I moistened it a little bit, not too much. You don't really want water around brake fluid. They don't mix for some reason. I guess because of corrosion. So then now I put on the socket piece. I'm going to put the breaker bar on to loosen it up. And I'm going to jack it up in the air. And then I'll continue the video from there. So I'm going to give it a little bit of hammering. You don't want to do it too much because you don't want to strip. Oh boy, there it is. A little bit of muscle. I don't have much left. Make sure that thing's on there. You don't want to strip it. God knows you don't want to strip it, because then you gotta carry that to a machinist or to a friend that you know has the parts to take it off. So I'm gonna do the rest of these, and then we're gonna get the tire off, and then we're gonna go from there. Loosen up all five of, I guess, I forgot what they're called. All five of the bolt thingies, or the screw thingies, whatever. Car's sitting on some 17 inches. But let's get to this part here. This is the part that I don't know, I kind of worry about, obsess over. Let's see. Okay. The jack part. Gotta jack the vehicle up. You gotta make sure that you're not sitting on any plastic part, because this part right here is plastic. You want to be on the frame. Preferably if you can get all the way over there, that'd be good too. Because you want to be able to jack it up, but you don't want it to move. So, but I like to put mine right here along this rail. I don't know if that's the safest part, but yeah, I jack that up. And then I put that stand under there, and then I keep this here just in case the jack fails or somebody passes by. You shouldn't have nobody working around you that doesn't really understand the safety. Just, you know, keep it safe, or have somebody nearby in case the car falls, but it shouldn't fall. Alright, so I like to lift mine about an inch or two off the ground. Let me get back under here. I don't know if you can see that. I put it on that, I guess you could call it the frame rail that runs to the back. And then I put the jack here. I let most of the pressure stay on the jack, and then I notch this up to about the same pressure, and then I take the stick out so I don't accidentally hit it, and this would hit, let me point at it, this would hit this, and you'd be in a world of trouble. So next is tire. Alright, so get out of my hole. Alright, so now that it's up in the air, put that back on. Some of them you might be able to like this one here. You might be able to just loosen it with just your hand and the socket. So that's what I'm gonna do for this one. And always put it close by, somewhere you can find it. And if you see they're dirty, just clean them off a little bit. So you can do that to all 5 and take off the tire. I need to get a tripod. I'm glad it's cool out today in Florida, because if not, I probably would have cut more of this video out. It'd be way less talking. Slide that out of the way. Man, shit's heavy. Okay, roll it over here. Just a little side note. Just inspect your tire. You might see something. If you take your tire to the dealership, you might see something that they missed. Because nobody cares about your car more than you do. Or I should say the bank if you're still paying your loan on it. But other than that, nobody cares about it more than you do. Alright, so this is it with the tire off. Let me get out of the way a little bit. And my brake pad's in there. I need a better angle. So I'm going to take off this portion right here. We're going to unscrew that portion, unscrew this portion, take this off. Don't leave this hanging. See your brake line there, it's fragile. You want to rest it up here, or get a coat hanger or something and attach it to the spring. Don't let it hang. I had to use this piece. I have a double-sided one on this right here, but it doesn't feel snug and I don't want it to strip. So I'm gonna go look and see if I have one that fits it snug, because you don't want that to strip. It's a pain in the neck. This thing, this is spinning around. I think, I don't know, I hope this is not shaped, but I'm trying the bottom one and I forgot which way to spin it. So hopefully I'm spinning the right way. Once I get it off, I'll let you know. So it turns out I've been at this for like, shoot, almost an hour. I was trying to use this, had a bigger one that wouldn't fit in here. Found this one. I was looking for the other one that's more precise that'll fit in here. Found this one, put it all the way out, gripped it tight so this could stop moving around. Some people may have it where the bolt just comes out. I never remembered this being on my old one. Maybe I wasn't paying attention, or maybe I didn't have any trouble with it. But every time I tried to move this here, this bolt or the other side of it would turn too. So I'd never loosen it. So I put that on there, tightened it, and I was getting worried because I think this started to strip. And finally, it's loose. Wow. And it's not even that long. Like, the hell. It's holding on for dear life. So I'm gonna have to replace this the moment I get a chance to. Okay, this is on my to-do list. Get some, I guess, premium bolts that don't strip so easily. Alright, and then that's the top side. And you see right there, it moved a little bit. Push it back a little bit. I gotta do the bottom side now. So I guess the same thing for this. I gotta lock it on there. Hey, how's it going? I gotta lock it on there. And get this crap off. It's taking me too long. You know the time change, so daylight hours. I can't speak for other cars or whatnot, but for the Toyota Camrys from the 2016, the ones that fall into that model, I think that's 7th generation or 7.5, because it had the facelift. This bolt, every time you turn it, this one's gonna move too. So you're gonna have to have something to hold this one, and you spin this one this way, so like that. So good luck. And either these bolts got stronger, or I just got like a whole lot weaker. Crap. Shoot. So this out of the way. And slide this sucker here. Oh, it's already shifting. Slide it, slide it, slide it, slide it, slide it. Make sure you're holding on to it because you don't want that wire there to drop. Oh, this sucker's a little bit heavy. And I'm gonna rest mine on top of here. Rest it right there. Motorcycle. Yeah. Alright, so rest it right there. I don't know what the heck these are. Never seen that before. Whatever. So I'm gonna take these out and replace it with Akebono. Alright, so took one off. You can see how thin that is. Yeah, as compared to one of these in here. You see that? How thick it is? Man. Yeah. I drive a long ways to work, so it's to be expected. Plus, got a car back in 2016, had to change it, so that's how you know. Okay, so I just sprayed a little bit of brake cleaner. You know, so let's take this clip off first and do it. Yeah, I'll leave that here. Yeah. Okay. Make sure they're comparable. You don't want to try and put it in there and it's not the right one for it. We'll see how it goes. It's for the little clip. Off of this one here. Off of there. I like how this one is. Then I put it onto there. Finally got it situated in there. This part kept knocking up against this. I had to push that down in there. Push that in there. It's seated in there. It's kind of snug, but this will lock over it. And then we're going to do that for the other side. The other side is kind of hard to see around there. But you gotta kind of like feel your way and do what you did over here, just on the other side. I kid you not, this side just went straight on. Less than 5 seconds. Really weird. Don't even know if the other side did. I'm gonna have to film it and then roll it back and see what's up. Alright, now for some of this. Ultra brake part lube. I'm going to put some on this side, put some on this side. Make sure it does not touch the rotor or the other side of that brake pad. Seriously, don't want to do that. Alright, so put some on this side, put some on that side. Make sure not to touch the rotor. Don't know if I put too much because I got the big bottle on. I should have used the little package that came in. Let me get a package. Little package that came in there. I don't know if that's enough, but whatever. I bought my own. So that's on there. Now we're gonna push back in this. Make sure that cap's off at the top. That's why I do that first, because I know I'm gonna forget. So we're gonna push this back in, and I got a tool for that. Bring it out in a second. All right. So out of my bag of tools, I had this thing here. I slipped it over. Let me slip it back over. Go on one hand here. Slip it over. I don't even know if this is the right way, but whatever. Slipped it over. I had that little piece right there from one of my little collection. Give it a little bit more slack. Alright, yeah, so it has little holes in it. 2 little holes that line up into that. I'm gonna back this piece out. That piece is right there. Keep backing it out. Some people say to clean that off. This is really dirty. Yeah, clean that off. you don't want to just put that back on there. Squeezing all type of debris back down in it. So yeah. Yeah, that part that was backing out, it was to tighten this to keep the pressure there, and then you turn that little thing here, and then this pushes it, boom, pushes it that way back into it. So one of my neighbors who, as a child, I thought was like, you know, mean or whatnot, he actually turned out to be like the most helpfulest dude. He just, you know, never messed with people like that. He just kept to himself, you know, raised his kids, you know, did what he had to do. When I was in a pinch, he came by, helped me out, even just checked up on me, make sure I was cool with the brakes, because I was struggling a little bit for a second, but I got it. So all right, that's now pushed back in. I spun it, so now we're gonna push this back onto there. Be careful holding it. You don't want to put pressure or strain on this brake line right here. All right, so real quick, this wasn't going back on. I'm like, man, why does this thing keep hitting this? This piece keep hitting this. I'm like, that's crazy. I just push these, boom. Now it's back on. So I'm gonna put the top bolt and the bottom bolt. All right, you can kind of see some of that brake lube. Hey, how's it going? Some of that brake lube down in there. Man, these things here, if you don't have the right tools, you need the socket to take off this, but you need something to hold this part right here. You don't have the right tools, makes it difficult. Good thing I had that little pliers here, which kind of stripped it. But I'll change all that later. And like I said, inspect your tire, make sure there's nothing wrong with it, and then put it back up there. Tighten it up, lower it down, finish tightening it on the way down. And check your brakes after. Don't like speed and check it, just go slowly. Make sure that at least works slowly first. Make sure it has pressure and doesn't just sink to the floor or feels too spongy, and then take it from there.